Sorry. So guys, 28th problem, let's start doing that. The price of the cooking oil has increased by 25%. By what percent should the family reduce the consumption of oil so that so not to increase the expenditure on oil? So they want to keep the cost constant, what they are spending. Okay. So let us consider, since nothing is mentioned, let us consider with the help of 100. So let us consider initial cost was 100. Okay. 100. Now the price of the cooking oil when it is increased by 25%. So the current cost is 125.
मला जिम जाना
अरे कौन है ये? Sarika, please mute yourself. My dear children, it's a humble request to everyone. Please mute yourself when you do not want to ask any doubt. What happens when you shout in the background? कान में घुस जाता है वो. Okay, so yeah, thanks a lot. What I was saying, 125. Yeah, after the increment in price by 25%, this 100 becomes 125. As simple as that. But these people now they don't want to spend any more money. They want to come back to 100. So by how much percent should they come back? As simple as that. So 125 को वापस नीचे ले गया ना. They want to bring it down to 100. So when they wish to bring it down to 100, the difference between them is how much? 25. Now 25 का percentage निकालो with respect to 125 because your reference is 125. From 125 you are coming back. So the percentage when you calculate the reference is 125 this time. So 125 divided by 25 divided by 125 का percentage you have to calculate multiplied by 100. So that should give you 25 ones are 25 fives are 100 divided by 5 is 20%. And hence your answer is 20%. So I will repeat the technique once again. Initially the value was 100. From 100 you wanted to go you wanted to increase by 25%. Hence I added 25 to 100. That's how I got 125. And from this 125 they wish to come down to 100 again. So obviously the difference is again 25 only. But when you calculate the percentage, whatever was the reference value, that only you put in the denominator. This time when you're coming down from 125, 125 is the reference value from which you're coming down. So hence, when you calculate the percentage, you put 25 over here and you put 125 over here and you calculate the percentage. 25 divided by 125 is multiplied by 100.
So the 29th one was done with us by Ajinkya sir.
Oh, that's great. Then in that case, I'll not be doing 29th, I'll be directly doing 30th. For those who don't remember, you can please go through the recordings of Ajinkya sir so that you can understand 29th. If in case if you don't remember. Just a minute. Let's go for the 30th problem, dear children. Two equal sides of an isosceles triangle are uh, 3x plus 1 centimeter and 4x minus 2 centimeter. Okay, both are same, which means. Then the third side is so and so. What is the perimeter of this triangle? Now, in isosceles triangle, these two sides should be same. So, which means indirectly they have said that 3x plus 1 is equal to 4x minus 2. So, from here we can find the value of x. Then everything is very simple. So let's do one thing. Let's put all the x factors together. So I have 4x over here. I'll take this 3x to the other side. It'll become minus 3x. I have 1 over here. I'll take this 2 to the other side. It'll become plus 2. So here I have 3 and here I have 4x minus 3x is equal to x. So x equal to 3. I've got the value of x now. So the first side, let's say side 1 and side 2 both are same, right? So side 1 and side 2 both value will be equal to 3x plus 1. You'll say, sir, side 2 के लिए तो ये होता है ना, but both are same. So either you consider 3x plus 1 or you consider 4x minus 2. दोनों का आंसर आपको सेम ही मिलने वाला है. So 3 into 3 plus 1, that is 9 plus 1, that is 10. So these are the value of first two sides. For the third side, that is side 3, the value is going to be 2x minus 1. In this case, 2 multiplied by 3 minus 1, that is 6 minus 1, that is 5. So the side 3 is 5. So perimeter will be addition of all the sides. The first two sides are 10 and 10. The third side is 5. The total value is 25. Option 3 is your correct answer. Let's go for the next question, dear children. That is 31st problem. Find the rate of interest when 800 rupees becomes 882. So the formula goes like this. Total amount is equal to principal in the bracket 1 plus rate of interest upon, uh, sorry, I'm so sorry, rate of interest upon the total tenure. Well, raised. Yeah. Yeah, in this case, the total amount is 882. Principal is 800. 1 plus rate of interest we have to find. I'll put this as R. So sorry. Raised to 2. 2 years. Okay. Let's try to find this out. Now, uh, huh. Here I'll get 882 divided by 800. इनसे टेबल से जाएगा. Divided by 2 करेंगे तो this becomes 441 and this becomes 400 is equal to 1 plus R upon 100 raised to 2. Now, let's do one thing. Let's take square root on both sides. Left side में भी लेंगे square root and right side में भी लेंगे. Left side में 441 का square root is 21. 400 का square root is 20. On the right hand side, when I take square root, this square vanishes off. So what I'm left with is basically 1 plus R by 100. I take 1 to the other side. 21 divided by 20 minus 1 is equal to R by 100. So when I take LCM over here, 21 minus 20 is 1 upon 20 is equal to R upon 100. So R is basically 100 upon 20. When you cancel them, you will get the answer to be 5%.
Sir, can you explain from when you take the roots from both the sides?
Yeah, I'll explain again. So when you take root on both the sides, 441 becomes 21. 441 to square root is 21. 400 square root is 20. And on the other side, we already had a square. When we take square root, the square vanishes off. So I'm left with only 1 plus R by 100. Now let me do one thing. Let me take this 1 to the other side. So on the left hand side, I already have 21 upon 20. I take this plus 1 to the other side, it becomes minus 1. When I take
Okay,
LCM,
sir, understood.
understood, right? Yeah.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Okay, let's proceed further. 32nd problem. Akhil started a business investing 12,000 rupees. Nikhil joined him after 4 months. What would be the share of Nikhil if the profit was 9,500 at the end of a year? So Akhil's investment that went for 12 months. Nikhil's investment, it went only for this investment, it went only for 8 months because 4 months late join kiya usne. So uh, the ratio of profit which should be shared by Akhil and Nikhil, or I'll say Nikhil and Akhil, should be Nikhil's investment, that is 18,000, multiplied by कितने time तक invest किया, that is 8 months, divided by Akhil's investment, that is 12,000, multiplied by कितने time तक invest किया. Both are very important factors, so we have to consider both of them. So from here I'll find the ratio. So I'll cancel these zeros. 18, 6 threes are 18, 6 twos are 12, and 4 uh, twos are 8, 4 threes are 12. I cancel these two, I cancel these threes. So ultimately, after cancelling everything, we come to a conclusion that Nikhil and Akhil's ratio is same. If ratio is same, which means the profit is to be divided equally. 1:1, matlab equal, equally between them. So in this case, if the total profit is 9,500, both of them should get equal half of it, which means 4,750 for Nikhil as well as 4,750 for Akhil. Option 2 will be your correct answer.
Sir, you can proceed.
Okay, that's great. Let's proceed to the next question. Two books are sold for 500 rupees each. So 500 is the selling price. If 500 is, and the dealer makes a profit of 25% on one book and loss of 25% on the other book. Okay, so let's find out what is the deal over here. So if obviously, first of all, let me calculate the 25% of this 500. So 25% means 25% of 500 is my profit. Okay. So the profit is equal to 25% of 500. Obviously, uh, wait, cost price, अरे profit तो find selling price पे थोड़ी होगा, cost price पे होगा. ठीक है. So this is selling price. So the profit percentage is basically selling price minus cost price upon cost price. So I will write this as selling price upon cost price minus 1 for my sake. Okay. Going forward, I'll do this. So profit percentage is given as 25 percentage. So 25 divided by 100 is what they have given. And selling price,
Excuse me, sir.
yes, please.
Sir, is the P profit or the percentage of profit?
P is profit.
Oh, okay. Thank
Okay.
you, sir.
Since it is in percentage, the profit value can be written as 25 upon 100. So any percentage, when we are writing a value, we can write it as upon 100. Okay, that is a simple technique I'm giving you. Hence, if you might have observed, every time we, while calculating percentage, we multiply by 100. Why? Because ये divide by 100 को दूसरे तरफ भेज देंगे तो it becomes multiply by 100. Hence, there is always a multiply by 100 on the other side whenever we calculate. I hope you understand. Okay. So this is a simple technique I'm giving you. Anyway, so proceeding further, so selling price is 500, cost price I'm not aware, minus 1. From here, I'll be calculating the cost price now. Let's see how can we calculate. So 25 ones are 25 fours are it is. So this is 1 by 4. I take minus 1 to the other side. So this is 1 by 4 plus 1 is equal to 500 divided by cost price. 1 by 4 plus 1 gives me 5 upon 4 is equal to 500 divided by cost price. I cancel 5 ones are and 5 hundreds are. That gives me cost price of the first one. Cost price of the first one to be 100 multiplied by 4, that is 400 rupees. So this is the cost price of the first one. Okay. Now I am sure that since the cost price of the first one is 400, I can understand that the difference between selling price and cost price. The profit on the first one is 500 minus 400, that gives you 100. So the profit on the first one is 100. I'm sure. Now let's go for the next one. Loss wala case. Okay. In case of loss, the formula goes like this. It's uh, cost price minus selling price upon obviously cost price. Everything is with respect to cost price only. So that gives me 1 minus SP upon CP. So the losses percentage is also 25 percentage. So I'll write this as 25 divided by 100 is equal to 1 minus SP is again 500 upon CP. So I have to calculate CP in the second case. So how do I calculate? So this is the second case. It's the same procedure. I'm just going to do a little bit of fast forward over here in order to save our time. So I'll take this minus 500 upon CP to the other side. I'll write this as plus 500 upon CP, and the one I already have. I take this 1 by 4 to the right hand side. I'll get 1 plus 1 by 4. This should give me 5 by 4 on the right hand side, and I cancel this 5 with this 100. So that gives me the cost price to be, wait, oh sorry, I wait, oh this should have been my mistake. Yeah, this should have been minus because this is plus 1 by 4. When I take it to the other side, it becomes minus 1 by 4. That gives me 3 by 4 over here. And that gives me the cost price for the second product to be 500 into 4 divided by 3. 500 into 4 is 2000 divided by 3, which is in this. Okay, I'll write this as like this only. So that gives me the loss in the second case to be uh, selling cost price minus selling price. So the cost price is 2000 divided by 3 and the selling price is 500. So when I take LCM, I get this value to be 1500, that is 500 divided by 3. So this is the loss which has been occurred in the second case. Now, first of all, there are a couple of options. One is no profit, no loss. One is profit, and the other two options are loss. Let's first try to eliminate the options. In this case, 500 divided by 3 is 166.7. 166.67, basically. So obviously, loss is more than profit, which means the overall is loss. So this is not correct, this is not correct. So either this is correct or this is correct. So overall, loss है या profit है? How do we find? So in that case, I have to find the total cost price. So the first cost price is 400. The second cost price is 2000 upon 3. So that will give me the total cost price to be 400 plus 2000 upon 3. That will give me 1200 plus 2000. That is 3200 upon 3. So this is the total cost price. Now, the total selling price is gonna be uh, total selling price is 1000. Why? Each goods were 500 rupees each, sold 500 rupees each, which means the total selling price is 1000. So now I know the cost price. Now I know the selling price. I just have to find the loss percentage. So the loss percentage formula is simple: CP minus SP upon CP multiplied by 100. As simple as that. Again, in this case, previously I've already given you this technique. You can simply separate the denominator and use it, or it's your call how to do it. In this case, also you can separate the denominator. CP upon CP is 1, and SP upon 1 minus SP upon CP. I can write it like how I've written over here. So instead of SP, I'll write 1000 upon CP is 3200 divided by 3 goes up and goes into multiplication, and then overall multiplied by 100. So I'm just saving my time. I'm just solving it a bit faster in order to save our time. I cancel these zeros. It is 30 upon 32. When I take the LCM, I get 2 upon 32, which is 1 by 16. 1 by 16 multiplied by 100. When I divide them, I get 6.25. I just did the calculation a bit quickly in order to save the time. Hence, your answer is 6.25.
So there is a easier method for this.
Uh, Actually, there was one, I believe, but I'm trying to
So the
recollect that
first
exactly.
type of question with the I know the method.
Yes, please. Arav, your voice was a bit unclear. Can you please repeat?
Yes, sir. So the method was that if there are two items whose selling price is same, in this case, both of the selling price is 500. So if in one item the profit is of X% and in the other item the loss is of X%. So in one of the item the profit is of 25% and in one of the item the loss is of 25%. So if it is like that, if the profit and loss percent is same, so to find what is the net loss or net profit,
It's divided
so
by
there is a
4.
formula. First of all, there will always be a net loss in a question like this, and
Yes,
so there's a law that means you will left with only two options, second and fourth, and then the formula was like in this case the percent is 25, so 25 square upon 100.
25 square upon 100. Okay.
Yes,
Ah,
625 upon
yeah,
100, so 6.25.
correct, correct, correct. Now I recollect. Thank you. So,
Sir, your 34th question is done. Actually, the option is wrong over there. It's x raised to 2 plus 500. Sir
oh,
had done this previously.
okay, I can see that. Okay, thank you. Okay, so dear children, I'll solve this question by shortcut method as well. So, if selling price of two conditions are same, okay, then one is making some profit and the other one is making some loss. Both are same. Okay. Let's call it as X percentage. Then the net will always be a loss. Okay. And the loss percentage will be equal to whatever X you have square divided by 100. So that is a shortcut method. In this case, it will be 25 multiplied by 25 divided by 100. This is 625 divided by 100. That will give you 6.25 percentage of loss. Speaking about 34th problem, as somebody has already said, Ajay sir has already solved this for you guys. So just rewrite the option 1 as plus, and option 1 will be your correct answer. Let's proceed further. Okay. So the square root of the smallest four-digit square number is how much? So in this case, obviously the options are actually helping you out. Uh, Obviously, 100 square is 10,000, which is the five-digit number. 30 square is 900, which is a three-digit number. 40 square is 6900, which is a four-digit number. But 1600 is a huge value. So as compared to 40, I will say 32 might be our correct answer because it is just about 30. Even though this is a four-digit number, but it is 1600 means it's a huge value, right? And 30 square is 900, which is very much close to 1000. So 1000 is my boundary. Thousand, like my number should be just greater than 1000. Okay, because it should be a smallest four-digit number. So in this case, without doing any calculation, you can go directly for 32 because 32 square is 1024. Okay, let's go for the 36th problem. The sum of measure of all angles of 24-sided polygon. So in this case, they have said one thing that the number of sides is basically 24. The sum of angles will be equal to how much ever side of the polygon is minus 2 multiplied by 180. That is the total value. So n is 24, 24 minus 2 multiplied by 180. So 24 minus 2 is 22 multiplied by this 180 can be written as 2 multiplied by 90. Now why did I do that? Because the options are in the right angles. Right angles mean 90 it is. So 22 multiplied by 2 gives me 44. 44 multiplied by 90 degrees right angles. Hence your answer is 44 right angles. Option 2 is your correct answer.
So also there is formula that the option is right answer. The formula can be
I'm
2
sorry,
into
I'm
n
not able to
minus 2.
hear you. Arav, I did not understand. What were you saying?
So because here the options are in right angles, so another formula can be 2n minus 2. So like if you
2
want to
into n
find the
minus 2.
sum
Yeah,
measure of like you want to find the sum measure of four angles and right angles, then that can be a formula 2n minus 2.
correct, correct. Good one. Krishna, Krishna, I was able to hear some noise from your end. Was it you speaking with me or was it a background noise?
Sorry, sir, it was a background noise.
Okay, okay. 37th question, what should be added to a square plus 6ab to make it a perfect square? So the perfect squares formula, I'll just write the formula for you guys. A plus b, or in this case, since it is b is already used, I'll do one thing. A plus x I will write. A plus x square is basically a square plus 2ax plus x square. So simple formula it is, right? Now, in this case, they have already given a square plus 6AB. Now 6AB can be written as 2A multiplied by 3B. As simple as that, 6AB. So in order to make it a perfect square, I will have to add by the square of 3B. So 3B square is to be added. So 3B square is my answer. 3B the whole square. Not this, huh? 3B the whole square is 9B square. 3B the whole square is 3 square multiplied by B square, which is equal to 9B square. Okay, so I believe it is done. Since we are approaching to the end of this timer, I think we are left with only two questions in this paper, right? Yeah, only two questions. So the last two questions I'm giving you guys, last three questions. Last three questions I'm leaving it up to you guys to solve as a homework, you say. Okay,
The question is done already.
it's already done. That's great. Then we don't have to worry. So I would like to, before ending this class, I would like to start the 2023 paper and do few questions before we proceed to the next one. Uh, Priya Nikam, tell me, what's your query?
Sir, the question we just solved now, I have a doubt in that.
Okay, tell me.
Sir, shouldn't it be 9B square? Because we have to do like 3B to the whole square. So 3 square is 9. So 9B square.
Yeah, that is our answer.
Oh,
It's
okay, okay.
9B square only. Okay,
I thought I heard that 3B.
3B the whole square. 9B square is our answer. Yes, you're
Okay,
absolutely correct.
okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
yeah, welcome. Let's go for the first question. If A and B are natural number and A square plus AB plus A is equal to 14, B square plus AB plus B is equal to 28, then A plus 3B is how much? Was this done?
Sir,
Yes. I'm
sir,
sorry, I
I
could not
had
hear you.
some network issue.
Okay.
So why did we call the 30, 39 and 40, sir?
I am sincerely sorry, my dear child. Your voice is so cracking that I'm not able to figure out what you're saying.
Can you?
You want me to repeat something?
No, sir. Why did we solve the last three sums? Because I had some network issue. I could not
Okay.
hear.
Okay. So we did not solve the last three sums because, first of all, I was going to give that as a homework, but somebody said those problems are already solved. So I said, okay, since it is already solved, let's move on.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Arush, tell me.
Sir, only the 40th one is
Sir, can you
48
please
and 39
show
are
the
not
Wait, wait,
48th sum?
one person at a time. Arush, you please speak.
Sir, can you please solve the 48th sum one time because I got my answer wrong.
40th problem. Okay. Uh, Okay, let me just have a look into it and see whether the answer is a long answer or a short one. Accordingly, I'll take a call whether to solve in this class or in the next class. Motorcyclist covers so and so distance within city and within 5 hours. The parking distance is 5 station. So, ठीक है. Yeah. So sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, oh.
38 and 39 question are remaining.
Yes, I know. I've given them as homework, frankly speaking. And
Okay.
yeah, and somebody said that those questions are already solved in the class. Hence, also I
So
proceeded
I
to the
said
next one.
only the 40th sum is solved. 38 and are not done.
40th is solved, 38th and 39th are not solved. So in that case, my dear child, 40th problem, since it is already solved, I suggest you just have a look into the solution given by Ajinkya sir, my dear child, instead of solving it by yourself. Or maybe just go through the recording which Ajinkya sir has already taught to you guys. So just go through it and
Okay,
let me
sir.
know if
Thank
there is
you.
a query in that. Okay. Okay. And with these discussions, actually, we have come to an end of our time also. So let's do one thing. We'll start this paper fresh in the next class only. So let's wind up the class over here. We are already time up. Okay. So see you in the next class, dear child. Yes, Gargi. Yes, tell me.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah. Tell me.
Sir, can you send the
Sir.
2023 paper in the group?
Oh, sorry. One person at a time. Can I send what?
2023 paper.
2023 paper.
I
Yes,
don't have.
I'll ask Ajinkya sir to send it across the group. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Excuse me,
Uh,
sir.
yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
In the exam, there is negative marking, no?
For all the exam related query, I will
Sir.
suggest you speak with Ajinkya sir. He will be the right person to answer you. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
sir.
No problem.
Bye, sir.
Okay, bye bye. Take care.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.